Hey, how are you guys? Happy October time. It's coming on Halloween, and I know that you guys, quite a few of you, most of you, have probably already seen quite a few of the new scary flicks that are out right now. The new demon portrayal for a doll possessed by Satan, and quite a few others, and the oldies and goodies like The Exorcist, and of course one of my personal favorites is The Rite. Anyhow, wanted to go ahead and take some light on that since it is October 26th, with Hallows Eve, All Hallows Eve right around the corner, and wanted to talk a little bit more today, about real evil. Real, the real evil that lurks around, Satan, the devil. Even if you don't believe in that, or if you just believe in this, strange native karma that might come around, what goes around comes around. I know you guys throw that phrase out there a lot, and it's a big deal to me to talk about evil because I really do believe that it actually exists. It comes in many forms: negative thoughts about ourselves, jealousy, sin, crime, being without compassion, or just assuming that, that you have all the answers and that nobody else can convince you otherwise, or depending upon who you are, depending upon what you think of what's going on in the world today. And hauntings, seances, and things like that. I know that there are those of us that don't like to get involved in things like that because that actually does conjure up a lot of things that someone like me considers to be very evil and very realistic. Yes, demons cannot, for those of us who are Christian believers, demons cannot truly harm us, but they can annoy us, they can frighten us, they can scare us, or they can try, and try as they might, they do, they leave an impression, and I'm not saying that it's something to ignore, and I'm not saying it's something to spend all your time on, but hey. Anyhow, wanted to talk about the enemy number one of evil from my point of view and my perspective, and give you a little bit of background. I was having a hard time last month. Temptation, evil, being bothered by what I consider to be demonic, and finally realized that I must be doing something right if the devil wanted to spend that much time on me. And so there are so many things out there that can help us deal with that harshness, that pride that even I can say, I know as a human person, I harbored it, and I thought, oh, I can handle this. No. I'm a human being, and I needed to go to confession. And for those of us who are not Catholic believers out there, I happen to be Catholic, and I enjoy going to confession now quarterly, every 2 to 3 months. But not to get ahead of myself. For those of us who are not, just simply talking to the person that we think we may have offended or may have brought up an offense that we brought against them. It's always good to go and talk to them. Enemy number one, like I said, of our an amazing annoyance, evil, is forgiveness. And I want you all to experience that. If you've never experienced forgiveness, it's cool. It brings about that kind of joy, that kind of purpose, that absolution, that astute knowledge, not just a feeling, a knowledge that we're going to be okay. One thing to remember is 1 John 1:9. If we confess our sins, He, God, is faithful and just to forgive our sins. So, and to cleanse us from our unrighteousness. A lot of the time we think, oh, well, I'm right and you're wrong. You know what? Sometimes sin and evil latches on to stuff like that sin of, I'm right. We can be right all we want, but that doesn't mean that we're not committing some sort of wrong by trying to, you're right, by trying to prove ourselves in that way. And, you know, with, you know, the love and the grace and the tenderness of our loved ones who have passed on, that is what All Hallows Eve represents and celebrates, and I want you guys to be able to do that. It's not just about parties and candy and getting smashed and having a good time. It's about celebrating life. And what better way to celebrate life than to deal with evil at its core? It's there 24/7. We know that, but I just want all of you to kind of join all of me, you know, in the round with God. And yeah, think about that. Another thing to remember is that forgiveness does keep us closer to God, and of course evil doesn't like that. And a recent movie that I had just seen that I love absolutely here on YouTube is it was written and directed by Ryan Whitaker Smith. This is Michael W. Smith's son, and the movie is called After. It is absolutely perfect for this season and for right now, and for getting ourselves, you know, not keeping ourselves under the gun and assuming that we're always going to be okay. We have to seek out forgiveness and that good rightness, not righteousness. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great evening and a great Halloween. Good night.